Sorry guys, I'm short and it's up high, but there it is. Abbey Road. One of my favorite gifts. Hello, it's Kristen Lee. Today is day 9 on the Vlogmas challenge. Got one more day. One more. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today's prompt is to tell a story about a favorite gift that you've either given or received, or both. I have 3 stories I wanted to share today because I have one from my childhood that I was given, I have one from last year that I was given, and then I have one that I gave that it's one of my favorite stories. So I'll start with when I was a kid. We didn't have the most money, and one year I was kind of getting too big for all the cool toys that were coming out. So they were coming out with what was it, Power Wheels, and you know, all the little tyke stuff, the kitchen area, like kitchen sets and things like that. I was getting too old for it, but for whatever reason Santa decided to bring us a Little Tikes Mickey Mouse clubhouse, and inside the clubhouse were all the stuff that my brothers and I had asked for. I had Cabbage Patch dolls, and I think there was a Pound Puppy in there and things like that. This playhouse just stayed with my family for, I want to say, about 20 years. We played with it in the backyard, and then when we moved, it went to my Nana's house, and at my Nana's house we played with it. My cousins played with it. The daycare kids played with it. Even after the slide fell off of it and everything like that, it was still just a fun piece of equipment to play with. It had this little door, it had a slide on it. We used to play like pirates and stuff like that and get up on top of the roof, and it was a really great Christmas, and it was a really great present. So that's one of my favorite Christmas memories. And then last year, my mom sent me this framed picture of my friends and I when we went to the UK, and we were able to make it to Abbey Road, and we got to do the iconic picture, you know, that everybody that goes to the UK tries to do. We got to do it, and my mom loved it so much that she bought Abbey Road, the album, and printed off this picture and made me this really cool frame. It's one of my favorite things in my room. So I wanted to tell the story about our UK adventure. So my friends and I, we decided we were going to do a road trip through the UK. If you're from the UK, you're probably shaking your head like, you silly Americans. But we thought it was a great idea. So we rented a car. My friend was amazing driving on the other side of the road. We started off in Edinburgh, Scotland, and we went all the way to just about London. We took the train into London, and we stayed at Airbnbs and hostels, and just we tried to experience as much as we could in a week. The day that we went to London, we tried to fit as much in the evening that we got there and the day after that, before we had to go back to where the car was. And we had made it to Buckingham Palace, and we did all, you know, the touristy pictures and whatever. And our friend that had been there before said, hey, the changing of the guards is going to happen. If we're going to hit Abbey Road, we need to hit it now, because all these people are probably doing the same thing. So we were like, okay. So we booked it and we made it there. And it's a real street. I don't know if you know this, but we knew it, but just seeing it with the cars going by, it was such an experience because the cars are coming and then you had to wait for the red light. And then if you were going to try and do, you know, the picture, you had to do it. And then when the green light went, you had to make sure you were out of the way of the cars. And when we're doing our pictures, there was a choir there. There were brand new to-be married couple. And I want to say there was somebody else. And this choir, there had to have been 20 of them. And they were all like trying to do the picture, but also trying to do group pictures and then get off the road. It was so comical, and they had tickets to go to the studio. So they only had, you know, just this little tiny bit of time to take the pictures. So we're trying to like help them out with their pictures. They're trying to help us with ours. The engaged couple, they're helping us with our picture. And our friend was like, okay, we want to do it just like the album, you know, just look straight and whatever. And the picture that came out the best was that friend's going the picture. But it's one of my favorite memories from that trip. It was one of those things, like everything just fit into place. So I love that present. And then a present that I gave, I have a friend that she basically, if she sees it and she wants it, she gets it. It's not difficult to buy anything for her, but it's difficult to figure out what she already has so that you don't buy the same thing. So this year, well, not this year, but the year that I bought this gift, I had bought her scarves because she was getting into learning different ways to tie it, and it was kind of her flair. And I was like, I can't show up to her house on Christmas Eve and with scarves, like, here you go, Merry Christmas. Like, I can't do that. So I went to Target looking for inspiration, and I end up in the holiday section, and I'm with all of the outdoor displays and everything like that, and I'm walking by and there's a llama. There's a light up llama, and I'm like, perfect. Where is it? And I'm trying to find the llama, and they're sold out. So I called one of the Target employees, and I was like, hey, I really want this llama. Can I get the display? He goes, we can start selling them on Christmas Eve. Let me get my boss and we'll get that for you. So the boss comes over and he's like, okay, let me get the ticket for you and print it out in the back. And then I had to unscrew it off of the display. I'm like, okay, perfect. I got time. Even if I'm late, I'm showing up with a llama. It's fine. So he gives me everything. I'm walking to the register and I'm like, yeah, I got this llama. Go through the line, go home, I wrap it up, and I didn't put it in a box or anything like that. I just wrapped it as is, so you could tell that it was an animal of some sort. I put the scarves on the neck of the llama, wrapped it up, and went to her house. And I'm peeking in the door to see, you know, if she was there, because I didn't want her to see it until it was time to open presents. And I think it was her sister or her father that was like, what are you doing? I was like, I have her present. And I don't want her to see it. They're like, what in the world is it? I was like, you'll see. Let me just, you know, put it where the coats go and hide it. So I do. And I bring it out at present time, and she's looking at me like, what did you do? She opens it up and she just starts laughing. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I got you a llama. We ended up naming it Lamar. And it's from a child, well, not childhood, but when we started being friends when we were teenagers, we have this inside joke about llamas and a certain pop song. And it just has lasted our entire friendship. So much so that her mom's in on it, her sister's in on it, her mom's best friend is in on it. Like, they all know about the llamas. So Lamar goes up every day, or every year. I wish it was every day, but every year at her parents' house. And when I moved to California, they got my light up rhinoceros and something else. I can't remember what the other thing was. But and then since I've been out here, every Christmas I send a new light up something for their father to put up. And this year, I think, yeah, it was this year, I sent Christmas Vacation, and it was Clark's head, and it says Yule something. And anyway, because we always call her dad Clark from the movie. So yeah, that was my favorite gift that I've ever given. I'd like to give gifts, and I try to have meaning behind the gifts, but that was one of my absolute goofiest gift that I've given. So I cannot believe we're almost done. And I'm pre-filming this in my Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal shirt. I feel like a sausage in it though. I wish they'd had a bigger size. I'm gonna take the next couple days to think about the next challenge, because it's basically just a wrap up, and I have so much to say and so many people to thank for it, because it's been a crazy wild ride and an awesome experience, and it's something that I hope I keep doing. So hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope that if you're celebrating Christmas and you are wrapping presents or getting ready for the holidays, you're that much closer to being ready. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Bye.